Hello guys, today we have another Wi-Fi battle. This is a battle I had yesterday. I'm using a new team. The tier is OU, and let's get into it. So my opponent is bringing a hail team, but I don't really I see Abomasnow, but I don't see like Kyurem and other stuff that would normally go on a hail team. But you don't have to have every poke on your team be a nice type team to have a hail team. You can just have an Abomasnow and who brings the hail, and then everything else could be different. So that's what he's got going on his end. On my end, I'm also bringing a hail team. So like he said in his video, there aren't really any weather wars here, just straight up battling. So let's get right into it. Threats on his end. Scizor I need to take out because Mamoswine is the main Pokemon on my team that I used to sweep with, and Scizor can take it out with Bullet Punch. Starmie is also a threat, and Rotom is also a threat. Aside from that, I can take on everything else pretty well. Just need to make sure I check and counter my stuff correctly. And Starmie is going to be kind of a pain if it does have the HP Fire, because then it can pretty much rampage through my team with proper support. But I'm going to lead off with my Abomasnow just to get my hail up, and then do the appropriate thing after that. So here we go. He leads off with his Tornadus, and I lead off with my Abomasnow like I said. Now right here I'm predicting the U-turn or the Hurricane, so I'm going to switch out to my Heatran, who is a specially defensive Heatran, to take the hit after I get my hail up. And he's just going to go for the Heat Wave. I think Heat Wave on Tornadus is more of a Black and White 2 OU move, because I don't think he gets it naturally in Black and White 1. So he's going to switch out and go into a Starmie. I'm just going to go straight up for the Lava Plume to start getting some damage. I don't want to lay up my entry hazards. I had Stealth Rock, but I didn't want to get it up because he could just easily rapid spin it with a Starmie, and I have no spin blocker on my team, so that's why I did that. I'm going to switch out now, and I'm going to go back into my Abomasnow to take the Surf. But he just goes for a Thunderbolt. Now here, he could be packing the HP Fire and potentially KO me in one hit. But he decides just to go for the Psychic. And he does a lot of damage. I'm not a bulky Abomasnow, but still, that did a lot of damage considering Abomasnow has pretty good natural bulk on the especially defensive side. So I'm just going to take him out with a Wood Hammer after he takes me down to near nothing. And here I go for the Ice Shard, but Extreme Speed outspeeds my priority move, and he's able to take me out. So down goes my Abomasnow. I'm gonna go out into my Gliscor now, who I know can wall this thing, and I'm just gonna go for the Ice Fang straight up. And he's gonna go after the Outrage and do a huge ton of damage to huge amount of damage to my Gliscor. That thing is a wall breaker right there. I'm going to switch out, predicting him to go for... he's going to obviously go for another Outrage because he's locked into it. So I'm going to go into my Heatran, and take the opportunity to set my Stealth Rocks up. But things don't work out that way because he gets only the second turn Outrage and heals from it with his Lumberry. So now he's free to attack me with any move he wants. So I'm going to have to switch out again, fearing the Earthquake, and go out into my... What do I go out into my... I think I go out into my Gliscor. Yes, I go out into my Gliscor. And here we just each take turns taking damage. And I'm going to switch out because obviously this is a bad matchup. And I'm going to go out into my Kyurem, who can take the Volt Switch, the Thunderbolt, the Hydro Pump, anything this guy wants to throw at me. And the beauty of this Kyurem set is that it's a subs Kyurem in Hail, and it's pretty bulky. It's got quite a few HP EVs in it that make it able to take Hydro Pumps and Volt Switches from Rotoms for days. I'm just gonna go for the substitute here, and then I'm gonna go for the appropriate move afterwards. That's the beauty of the subset. You don't have to worry too much about prediction. And I'm gonna go for the Blizzard. I don't know why he didn't go for the Extreme Speed. I'm not sure at all, because he could have definitely broke my sub and then gone into something else like Scizor to Bullet Punch me. But I guess he had a plan or a plan of some sort. He goes on to a Scizor right now, as I go for the he's gonna go for the bullet punch on my Kyurem to take out my sub, and I'm just gonna go for the focus blast right away in order to try to do as much damage to the Scizor as I possibly can. Probably should have gone for the Blizzard, because focus blast is not gonna take Scizor out either. And it would have been a more reliable move, but at least it hit. It could have not have hit at all, and I would have been in even bigger trouble. But I'm going to go on to my Tentacle now, who is a dead stop to most Scizors. And I'm going to take that bullet punch pretty well, considering I am a ball 252 HP, 252 defense Tentacle, I believe. I think I actually have a few EVs in speed. And I'm going to go for the Toxic Spikes, but he switches in as Abomasnow, which is the last remaining Pokemon on his team that is affected by Toxic Spikes. That's all that I wanted to hit with my Toxic Spikes, and I couldn't hit it because he switched it in now. He's going to go for the Leech Seed right now. And it's a question of whether he can outspeed and whether he carries the Earthquake. And we shall see in a minute after the Leech Seed saps some of my health. Yep, he's got the Earthquake, so down goes my Heatran. And there was no way I was living that one. So now things aren't looking kind of pale because I don't have much for this Abomasnow left. I'm gonna go for the Focus Blast, and thank God it hits. I mean, if it didn't hit, I would have been in so much trouble. And it's able to take out a huge chunk of this Abomasnow's health. He's just going to go for the Blizzard on his end to try to do some damage back. It brings me down pretty low, but not low enough where I can't set up another sub in the process. So I'm going to go for my Blizzard of my own so I don't miss my Focus Blast, knowing that it will take him down at this low health, and it works out. So now I know he still has his Scizor in the wings, and he still has his Tornadus, and I want to preserve my Kyurem for his Rotom Wash, which is going to be crucial later in the game. So I go out into my Gliscor to take the Bullet Punch, and it does not take this Bullet Punch as well as I thought it would. There's actually a 2K hit KO from this range, and even my Poison Heal is not going to be able to protect me from the damage. So down goes my Gliscor from another Bullet Punch. I think he might have been banded. I'm going to go out into my Tentacle now. And I'm going to go for the straight up Scald. I think I go for the Scald, hoping to at least burn whatever comes in with status, but it doesn't, and it barely does anything at all to this Rotom. He goes for the Volt Switch now. And I know I can take one of those. So he's gonna go for the Volt Switch and switch out into his Tornadus. As I go for another Scald. I could have gone for the Blizzard right there, because I do have Blizzard on my Tentacle, and I would have done it, but I guess the burn kind of made up for that one. So yeah, things are looking pretty, I wouldn't say bad, but near bad for me. He's gonna finish me off with an Air Slash. Take some damage from the burn and the hail combined, and then I'm going to go on to my Mamoswine to attempt to finish this thing off. But here was a prediction game, because I could have gone for the Icicle Crash, I could have gone for the Stone Edge, because he still has his Rotom Wash, and he indeed switches out into it. And he's able to take that like a champ, and I am an adamant 252 attack EV Life Orb Mamoswine. So I don't want to rely on my Snow Cloak for his Hydro Pump to miss, so I just go on to my Kyurem to take it, and Kyurem is going to take that hit pretty well. Not the best, but pretty well, thanks to the HPVs this guy has. And he's going to go for another Hydro Pump because he outspeeds me, and I'm going to live it and be able to go for my Dragon Pulse and take this Rotom Wash out. So now the last annoying member on his team has been taken out. So now my Mamoswine can come in and sweep the rest of his team. I mean, well, excluding this Scizor, but this Scizor is about to go down from the hail damage, and he actually brings me down to my last, which is my Mamoswine. And I'm gonna go out for the ice shard, knowing my priority outspeeds his priority. So that's gonna be pretty good for me. I take down the Scizor. I take some Life Orb damage, and he's gonna go out into his last, which is Tornadus. But Tornadus is weakened enough to the point where my ice shard will be able to finish him off. So good game, man. Thanks for the battle. I hope to have a rematch in the future. Maybe we'll do Ubers, because I know you want to do an Ubers match or a Little Cup match. But yeah, thanks guys. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.